Sure hope I remember to update my title. If I didn't, it's fine. Anyways, hi. Sorry, a little late. I was watching a video, and I kind of didn't want to leave the last 10 minutes of it unfinished, because I had been watching it for 1.5 hours. Well, to be honest, I've been watching only now for about an hour now, and I started earlier, and I was like, if I don't finish it now, I'm gonna forget about it. Anyways, yeah, hi. More of this. I don't really have much to say. All I know is that we're going to court, and I'm trying to really desperately remember what the fuck happened. Okay, so we have... So Maggie's in jail, or was found guilty earlier because of a false phoenix who most likely who's most likely is... I don't know how to describe that individual, but they're an individual roaming the streets of whatever city this is. We met a really upset grandpa who's also a weeb and an absolute basement dweller, except actually, well, anyways, doesn't have access to a computer or knows how to operate one. And then we met Armstrong. Very strong arms. Apparently not the brightest individual. I think the main thing to remember about him was the fact that... Like, two things. He doesn't know how to cook, despite having a restaurant. Is knee-deep in debt. Well, actually, this is gotta be 3 points. Stole the wrong lottery ticket. Specifically the wrong lottery ticket. Anyways, here we go. Let's see how this goes. January 7th, 9:48 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor. Bet she was a scout. Maggie. Detective Gumshoe. I'm doing alright. How you feeling? See if you need to ask out the question, sir. Don't let him get you down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay? Roger. And you. Yes? You better square this case away. Got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away for some paperwork for your arrest. I think he's serious. There are at least a couple things that I could figure out. I could think of, getting Phoenix arrested. Those would also involve Maya, largely. Well, actually, they all involve enabling Maya, who was the one committing the crime, but also... Anyways. Hey, detective! You're on our side for once, right? Yep. So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir? Of course. I'm gonna sit you down to control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't match with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? Sure. Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You got me? That's cool. I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? I can only wish. I sure hope that no wacky turnabouts happen, because those would be really unpredictable and surprising. January 7th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Is it gonna say for once? No. Oh, bitter. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Oh! What's wrong? Nothing, it's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, you should talk into me? I was a little, well, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is she? Not maybe how I would describe him, but... Our trusty? Oh, Mr. Goddard, your opening statement, please. Mr. Troy, what are your fake or the real deal?
We will find out soon enough through this trial today. Godot wasn't even the prosecutor in the original case. The intro showed Pain. So is this some kind of like, you would imagine that they would like to have the trial be run the same way as it should have been done. Well, then again, I guess, you know, by all means, Godot would have been the one to do it, so actually, I guess it makes sense.
I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright.
I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out. He has books. He has touched at least one of those books.
There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another.
As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. Oh, we don't want to do it the same way.
I'm not planning on repeating anything that phone me said. Trust me.
Now then, Mr. Godot, please summon your first witness. Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness, state your name for the court.
Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe.
Close enough. Close enough, Gumshoe. You're doing great. All the way around, detective.
Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday.
Sir. Since yesterday?
Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation tied up with another case now.
How come she's really got everything under control, for everyone's sake?
I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case?
Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elg. He was a professional programmer.
What is that supposed to be? Glenn Elg? Oh, it's a fucking... What's it called? When a word is the same way backwards? It's called... Not palindrome. That's something else. Not an anagram either. I know that the name of the phobia for that kind of words is ibophobia because it's also what a fuck. What is it called? Let me just quickly check. It is palindromes. Oh, huh. Weird. Anyways, sorry. I just had to make sure I got that right.
He was the payroll of Blue Screens, Inc., a local company. This is the victim's autopsy report.
The court accepts this into evidence.
This autopsy report added to the court record died of potassium cyanide poisoning. Time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30 p.m. And here are the floor plans of the restaurant. Of the restaurant. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here.
Since it gives me the floor plans, it means I'm gonna be doing a lot of pointing in this case.
The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress.
Waitress bringing the accused?
Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. Gene Armstrong, the owner and chef. And a regular name by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo.
So seems to be a very straightforward case to me.
3 p.m. floor plans added to the court record. Blueprints of the crime scene. X stands for victim seat. X marks the spot.
Come, detective. Pick up this hammer. and nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Le incidente.
When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elk, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of a motive.
Some kind of a motive is the lamest way you could phrase that, but okay. I mean, I'm still not really buying the motive thingy, but like, I mean, of course, like, we know that Bird wasn't the, we know who the killer is, most likely. You never know with this goddamn game. Use the dark aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. The facts of this case seems to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but...
Yes?
Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood?
I already told you, that wasn't me.
Le incidente.
When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. Can I stop you for just a minute? Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence? He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. It doesn't mean just now, it doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was some unarmed man at the victim's table. Yeah, that's what she said,
What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction?
Hey.
Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe?
Yeah, it's true. There are 2 testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not?
Press harder! This is at least new. This is probably never done before. Also, I bet the fake Phoenix never slammed that desk that hard. The desk knows Daddy's home.
Well, maybe the other witness just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way.
Huh! The argument is as weak as a coffee at 3 p.m. tried.
Huh?
I have here in my possession a ticket.
A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me.
Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population, the defendant. It's got such a way with words. You gotta love that. This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is a scene as witnessed by the chef. Moments after the poisoning took place, correct? No, that was Judge. Shit. Sorry. I think the court will agree that with such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mrs. Wright, could anyone have overlooked the second person at that table? It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly. Crime photo added to court record. I should have read that.
When I said that the guy, Glenn Elk, was listening to the radio at the time.
Let me just slow him in a moment.
Well, those are the same shoes, that's for sure. Why was this photo taken? Why are there 3 forks on the table? Near the kitchen. Who took this photo? Did I miss that? Is a photo taken from the chef's point of view, but like, by who? Also, they got fucking custom tailored chairs? No fucking wonder the guy's... Well, okay, there are multiple reasons why the guy is in debt, but like... Why would you go that far? It's not... To my understanding, it's not, you know, a, It's not cheap to get a, What's it called? Well, yeah, to get, like, a custom-made... like, fabric for the chairs that especially has your own... has the name of the restaurant. Like, good God. This guy clearly never went to business school. They've told him how to do business, which is to not go broke. Easy as that. Anyways, sorry, I'm sidetracked.
When I said the guy, Glenn Elk, was listening to the radio at the time. He was listening to his radio, you say? Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket.
Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of a earpiece?
What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not?
Yeah, just why not? I don't see the harm in that.
And what was it that the victim was listening to on the radio, the Gumshoe? Huh? How should I know? Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere.
This isn't going very well, is it?
Doctor, could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used?
Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. So traces of poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else? No, sure I get you, pal. Was the poison a liquid, or was it powder? If I had to put it in layman's terms, I would say it was a powdery substance.
That's all powder. Slime's desk.
So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper.
Objection!
Huh. Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, Wright?
The victim took his coffee black with no sugar.
It seems that the poison could only have been in the coffee.
What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not?
Just press it. Just press hard.
Are you absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee? Huh? What do you mean? According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? Oh hey, you're right. That's what I was...
Objection!
Fucking on point. Jesus Christ. In case you were wondering, the last objection was for the detective there.
Huh, for me?
Slime's desk. Oh hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence.
That piece, sir?
Yes, that piece.
What piece was it again?
This.
Should I be grateful this coffee is only hot enough to give me first degree burns? Oh, now I remember. This is the, victim's coffee cup.
Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at him. Look at the rim. They did a good job. Sorry. Oh yes, it's unmistakable. There is clearly a coffee stain on it. I don't think the judge has ever been this on spa. Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in this cup. The victim gulped down the bitter death that the waitress brought to him. Like this. Oh my god, it's a lot of fucking slurp. Well, not slurping really. Gulping. Gulping. Does the Pokemon gulping go gulping? As in like, is it just say gulping? Or more like gulping? Anyways.
For the record, the only prints on the cup were the victims and the defendants.
Coffee cup at the court record. The coffee contained potassium cyanide covering the victim and Maggie's fingerprints.
But for the investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. Potassium cyanide? I've heard of that chemical before. Exactly how strong is this poison, Detective Gumshoe? It's, well, that stuff's lethal. Eat too much and you're history.
How much is too much?
A little dose is 0.2 grams. That's about enough to finish anyone off. Are you using grams in this? See, no, American.
2 grams, how much is that?
She's American.
You know, when you swap your ear for earwax? Yeah, about that much. Earwax, huh? Sounds like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of.
Come on, Phoenix.
Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed everywhere.
And, it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive. Some kind of a motive? Yeah, but if you ask me, it's being blown way out of proportion.
Objection!
You know that my golden rule is, Detective? Chuck out a bad cup of coffee. You can always get another.
Huh? I don't get it.
I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. So stick to the facts, Detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive?
Come on, Gumshoe. She wanted to steal a lottery ticket. I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday too. And disappeared from the scene of the crime.
And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000.
Miss Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one.
Then is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not?
Press harder. Slam desk.
Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client.
Huh. I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. That's the $500,000. That's the $500,000 lottery ticket. How is that so difficult? That's the $500,000 lottery ticket.
One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant.
What? Should probably let me know this earlier. Order! Huh, she's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress. You will submit the ticket as evidence to the court immediately.
I better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering.
I mean, he's a judge. Shouldn't he be making quite a lot of money? Like a moderately good bit of money? Then again, it's $500,000, you know. Something opportunity makes a thief. Victim's lottery ticket. A winning ticket for $500,000 found during a body search of Maggie. His lottery ticket at the court record. This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial too. But it feels heavier now somehow. Oh, $500,000, you say? That's no, that's not how inflation works. It would need to be lighter.
Ain't just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found,
Your Honor.
And that's not Maggie's person, unfortunately.
That's enough. The fact of this case seems overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had an ample opportunity to commit the crime on which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime. Like an old man who knows the score. There's actually the matter of $500,000 lottery. There is also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules.
I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money.
Godot knows what he likes. Coffee and old men, apparently.
Not good, Nick. Evidence against Maggie's starting to pile up fast.
Yeah, that's because the court has ruled guilty once already.
I would say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance with one final decisive piece of evidence.
He's got more evidence against Maggie?
This is the apron that delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time.
Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen.
That stain looks like... It can't be blood, can it?
Why would there be blood? Huh. It seems the stars of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself.
The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye.
Of course he would focus on it! No, of course. Coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else? I presume you mean... Of course, I'm referring to the pocket.
The pocket?
A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide. The very poison used by the killer was in her apron pocket.
A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket? Yeah, Maggie's springs were on the only ones on it.
What? What the fuck? Order! 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 The court will accept these items into evidence. Apron at the court record. Worn by Maggie at the time of the incident has a small pocket but big stains. Why does this sound like one of those what are they called? Like an encouraging, statements like the apron might have small pockets, but it has big stains. It can do it. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. Potassium cyanide to the court record. A deadly powdery poison bears Maggie's fingerprints found in her apron pocket. There's something still bothering me, Mr. Goodall. Why have you not explained the bloodstain on the court? To the court. Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about... The fuck?!
You don't need to be told, you just look at it.
Well, detective, could this stain really be blood?
No way, sir. That's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone their breakfast that day.
You guys spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. That is actually really interesting. I think I know where I'm going with this now. Well, it's not like that again, and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness.
I thought everyone knew that what it was already.
Honestly, I mean, as long as Godot pays, I think Gumshoe will be happy to get some sugar in him. Even in the form of ketchup. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence. They have all been clearly established. Well tried. It seems you really are a phony after all.
You really know how to drive a man nuts.
Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there.
The investigation. The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of scary old man, sir. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him, but we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. That was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene.
You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, right? Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one, so let the fun begin. Alright, cross-examination, the investigation. It's been coffee time for a good while. It's been a lot of coffee.
The crime was reported at 2:25 p.m. by a kind of a scary old man, sir. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe? There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened.
I don't know if this is the best trial yet, but like, this case has actually been really interesting thus far. But it's the first.
There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened. We're always talking about the same old man. Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he hurled abuse at them, and seeds.
Siege. Yeah, I've met Armstrong. Armstrong was quite the fucking sight. It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth.
I guess even the mighty Godot can avoid being attacked by that guy.
The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone already, apparently, so he was late reporting the crime. Yeah, like, what's funny about Armstrong's introduction is that when you first time go to the cafe, or the restaurants, well, technically, the best title you can give it is a cafe, because apparently the coffee is drinkable, but the food is inedible. But like, when you first go there, and there's nobody there, and you just investigate, and there's a one, like, picture on the wall of Armstrong, and I immediately was like, okay, that must be the owner. Like, they're called Mr. Armstrong. He's got that, you know, chef hat, and then even the mustache and like that. And then the next time you come to the fucking restaurant, any assumption I had of the man was thrown out of the fucking window. I mean, they're very delightful, but like, holy fuck, it was a lot going on.
Okay, poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her.
Wait, did I, yeah, I did.
How long was the defendant unconscious for?
Actually, I need to check. Yeah, first trial. I need to check the autopsy report. Between 1:30 and 2:30 p.m. That's interesting.
How long was the defendant unconscious for? The officer got to the crime scene at around 2:40. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at that time. Took an hour 10 minutes or so before she came to. I would have liked to have been on the scene myself. I bet you would have liked to have carried her out the search too. I would love to see Maggie asleep like that, all pretty and peaceful.
Okay, Gumshoe. Cute, but still kind of weird.
You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional birdwatcher.
Say the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need to know about is this. All we need to know about is the investigation.
Oops, I guess I'm pretty right now, aren't I? The victim didn't have any identification on him. He didn't have any? Are you saying that it was stolen then? No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet. 58 cents? Yep, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal.
Okay. Everything sounds like he was a truly miserable young man. Wow. Or some kind of outlaw. Fuck. I really fucked that one up. Why not give him a bit of an edge?
I think I'm on something here. And he figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smooth. Wait a sec. Huh? Did I say something dumb again? Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes? Yeah, basically.
Slams desk again.
In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly? Oh, that. He's so let down, he's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going on. There was a prescription paper on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket.
Prescription bag? It seems Mr. Glenelg visited his doctor before he went to the Tribune. I swear to God, I swear to fucking God. We're sent back to that fucking place.
We got the victim's name from the medical records of the dog who prescribed the meds.
That's a reliable enough source on the court for the court.
What should I do? Should I leave this alone or ask to hear more?
Ask about the prescription bag. What is it for? Ask about the health insurance?
So what sort of medicine was in the bag? Well, actually the bag we found was empty. Huh? Yeah, completely empty. It was completely empty?
Victim's prescription bag added to the court record. Victim got this from the doctor going to Tribune. The bag is in. Does it say what was in it? Huh. You are entering an empty paper bag as evidence. Desperate, are you, Wright? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, detective?
When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and bottle of...
I need to hear about this man's health insurance. I need to know just how American they are.
Wait a sec.
Oh, never mind. That's the only... Fuck. I cannot get that info anymore.
When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. The defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, is it possible someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket? Yeah, you've nailed it, pal. It happens to me all the time.
The what?
Went to department party the other day, and when I go home, I was wearing the boss's shoes.
Objection!
You want this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat.
Sorry.
So, try. Someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket. That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence?
Well, I'd love to if I had any.
Our Appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with your testimony, witness.
Yeah, that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. The $500 million lottery ticket and the bowl of poison were accounted for. Yeah. Interesting. It's true that those two items are accounted for. But wasn't there another lottery ticket that was stolen that day? Oh yeah. That one the restaurant owner took. He won a whole dollar with it. What a lucky guy, huh?
Oh no! So Glenn Elg have 56 cents in his pockets, which is less than what Gumshoe has. But to Gumshoe, an entire dollar is a fortune, meaning that the amount of money he does have is somewhere between 57 cents and 99 cents. Oh, good god, that man.
And they're just going to let him get away with it?
It was just $1, detective.
I guess no one cares when it's that little, except for Gumshoe.
If I don't find a hole in his testimony, the judge is going to hand down his verdict.
Gumshoe isn't giving us anything to work with, and we can't find any contradiction if he doesn't give us something.
Yeah, that's true. Maggie and Gumshoe are like dumb. Maggie and Gumshoe are like Dumb and Dumber. Our only hope is that they were so dumb they missed something obvious.
Come on, Gumshoe! You're dumb as you ever be!
Okay, I have a couple things here. So first of all, how did he pay for the coffee if he had no money on him? Well, to be honest, I don't know how much coffee costed at the time whenever this game takes place. But normally going to a restaurant for coffee is still gonna cost you something. You can't just, you know, absolutely get it for free. Now, another thing I'm curious about is the time of death. We don't know how long of a gap there was between this. I'm gonna press this again and see what happens. It's not anything here. So this is an interesting thing, though. No, 58. Sorry, I miscounted. Gumshoe might have 59 cents. So it just gave me the medicine bag, which I imagine is something I need to do. I need to do something with that. Do we have anything here? This one is still so weird. I just say Glen Elg on the front. So... So I could either press about the, I could either press about the, about the time of death, or then I could press about the coffee cup. I'm not sure what I do with this one yet. This seems kind of a loose end, so to say. Unless I'm supposed to... Wait. It's a very filthy apron, I know. Like... Because I understand that the fact that there's ketchup on it means that there was somebody else at the... Like, it means that there's somebody else at the coffee place. Because the victim ordered coffee, the old man ordered coffee, chef naturally did not order coffee. So somebody must have, you know, wanted something with ketchup. But yeah, no, I, like, it's an insane amount of like, the coffee's weird and the ketchup is also, like, that's, like, somebody intentionally made a mess. Let's see.
Objection!
Can I not press this? No. Alright, I... Nothing else missing from the crime scene. Well, I guess this, actually. Technically, we could argue that whatever the victim was carrying is missing. I know it's the bag that I need to present, that I'm not sure exactly at what point. This very much seems like the thing that the game wants me to. Cause either it's the bag here, because it's like, what else is missing? Well, the contents of this bag. Or then it's at the point where the victim was carrying nothing. What about the bag? How was it missed? Why was it not discussed? And then, or then I could try, like, the man had nothing on them, yet they ordered coffee. Which, I mean, once again, if you have 58 cents, you know, that might have been enough for a cup of coffee back in the days. Back in the days of modern days that this game takes place in, except in a completely different universe. That also seems to follow the logic and technology from 20 years ago. I'm gonna try this one.
Objection!
Oh, actually.
If the Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There's just one small contradiction in your testimony. Oh, finally. I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will ya? You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. Slime's desk. The victim was given a prescription right before going to Trevian. Where, then, did the medicine disappear to? You're too cool, pal.
Indeed. Due to consideration wasn't given Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence?
I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh? The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself.
Order! Order! Well, Mr. Godot, what have you to say? What have you to say to that? Huh! That's all.
What?
Read for the court. Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will. No! Fuck no! Don't! Please! No! Don't do this to me! Don't do this to me! Please, game. Just, you don't have to. You don't have to send me back there.
What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New ear otoral.
Wait. Oh, never mind. Okay, I think I'm saved.
New ear otolaryngological clinic. Otolaryngological?
Just what kind of illness was the victim suffering from? Mr. Godot? Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bitter war wound, you could say. A war wound? The day before the incident, Mr. Elk found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head and ruptured his eardrum.
He ruptured his eardrum?
And what on earth was the prescription he was given? It was a cream that has to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested.
What?
It's mentioned in the autopsy report if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear. Yes, here it is. In very, very fine print. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of the medication while he was at 3 p.m. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication. Seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case after all.
No.
Nick! If you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over.
She's right. Can't get away with any old weak obsession. What should I do?
Push the medication issue. There are aspects we can, go for here.
Only moments ago, Mr. Godot made the following statement. It seems Mr. L correctly applied some of his medication while he was at 3 p.m. If that's the case, then why was his medication not found at the scene of the crime?
Oh. But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal.
That doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the crime scene. However insignificant it may seem, his lawyer's duty to pursue the truth.
You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems likely that the prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide. Slam says again.
It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waiter served would contain it either. But it did. The possibility is undeniable.
Ugh. That's enough. Mr. Godot, is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Godot?
He's fucking smoking. I've got my own witness I would like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there in the restaurant the day of the murder. Mr. Godot, the bitchinator?
Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial, and that is something that bothers me.
Yay! Good job, Nick.
The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear the prosecution's next witness. Huh. I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups. Court is adjourned for a recess.
Yay. January 7, 11:03 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Xbox controller, where you go? Controller, come back. Controller, come back. There we go.
Yeah, honestly, there is no reasons to... Like, bitches just are goofy. They're just goofy. They're just there. The fuck are they gonna do? Well, ruin your car, I guess, but that's your fault for leaving out in the sun. They're just silly little guys. Seagulls, I actually have respect for because they're so, how would I say? They know the game. And they're just like, they're there to fuck shit up, steal food, annoy people, and just be an absolute fucking menace. Well, yeah, because bitchins don't fucking do anything. They're easy targets for crows who are way too intelligent for themselves. Oh yeah, crows are like really fucking. Well, I don't know. Okay, territorial is fitting, but like they have their personal space and they fucking fight for it. They're like the most snobby birds imaginable. Swans are often considered to be the most graceful ones, but like crows, that's where it's at. Like those are the real royalty. They're everywhere. They do whatever the fuck they want, and they will, establish dominance over pretty much anything. But they also know when something is, a too much for them to handle. I actually honestly haven't seen much. Like, okay, I don't see a lot of magpies to begin with, but like, they seem more like just we're just here for the good stuff. I have never witnessed super aggressive magpies. That's really interesting. Well, yeah, they're less social, so I normally don't see them so I normally see like one of them at a time, and they normally stay away from everything else, so they don't really interfere with things. I have seen a crow, I've seen a crow absolutely fucking choke hold a jackdaw. So but magpies are like, I don't want to get near there. Wait, for real? Really? I had no idea. Is there an article about that? How does that happen? Magpies kill person. Magpies kill people. Ask an Australian. Oh, okay. So that's like a to a degree that's like a very unfortunate scenario that transpired. And okay. Yeah, actually every single I just googled magpies kill people because for some reason I didn't want to start forming a proper sentence of that. And every single response is Australian. Every single one is about, Australian, and specifically apparently law bikers getting attacked. But yeah, that's wild. That's actually wild. Damn. Anyways, Divine Lobby number 1. I'm quite sure there are a lot of birds a lot of spiders in Australia that eat birds. Specifically hunt them even. They're large ones. Well, yeah, exactly. Fuck, even like the most harmless of things that you would see around the world are all of a sudden just deadly because they're just they're so pissed off by the rest of the nature around them that they're like, you know what, fuck this guy. Just fucking knock him off his bike. Jesus Christ, it's actually fucking awful.
Phew, that was close.
Tell me about it. I nearly died in there.
That's my line, sir. No, it's my line. I think I really did die a little bit.
It looks like we're all nearly. Looks like we all nearly died in there. I can't believe Dr. Gumshoe. How could he betray us like that?
Huh?
He said he would help me. He totally set me up. I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner.
Well, yeah, I don't think a huntsman spider particularly has a lot to worry about. As long as it can find food, it will be just like, yeah, you know, I don't care. Because if I remember correctly, that's like one of the, is that like one of the largest and actually like a dangerous some of the most dangerous spiders?
I mean, the guy's gotta do his job, right? It's okay. I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. It really hurts this time. It felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again. Poor Gumshoe.
Damn.
Our next witness is going to be the old guy from the park, right?
Yeah, Mr. Kudo. Lower old waitress outfits and projectile seats. I bet he's gonna be really stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his way, you know?
Oh yeah, those are the ones that just appear, like, those are the ones that you see in clips of just like an enormous spider emerging from the last place you expect. Yeah, that would be quite fucking horrifying. I mean, I'm not particularly scared of spiders. I think they're actually neat, but a sudden spider attack is still a sudden spider attack. Yeah, so it's still like, oh my god. Like, I get shocked by just having like a fly on my head or like that, because it's like, oh, what the fuck is that? And then once I know there's a fly on my head, then I was like, oh, okay, just shoo, buddy. Yeah. Well, actually, they're actually harmless. So do they not even have anything that like... I thought those were poisonous. Or venomous, what's it? Venomous, I think? Like, the huntsman spiders are potential, because already isn't it due to their size that they're like, unless they are a breed of spiders that is completely non-venomous. I can see already just the size giving them like enough biting power where it could hurt if they actually bite, but then again, if they don't have venom, it would not be that deadly. And if they're very chill guys, then, you know, yeah.
It's a big old crouch. Are you going to be able to handle him, Nick?
Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me, even those never-ending bird seeds.
That old man must have bought like a massive discount pack of bird seeds. January 7th, 11:15 a.m. District Courtroom number 4. Is he gonna have the birds with him? Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird. Mr. Godot, your next witness, please. The prosecution calls the lucky old timer who called the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take a stand? Name and occupation, if you don't mind.
Name's Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of the rising sun. Honor and duty are what make me. Mind you, I can be quite unemotional at times, too.
You don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo. Just tell Nicole your occupation.
My occupation? Listen, young'un, how much call do you think there is for kimono embroidery here?
Kimono embroidery?
That's what I do, or did back in Japan. Embroider your family crest on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed.
Wow, a real craftsman. They're a dying breed. Hey, maybe he can embroider my costume sometime.
Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. So I had to take a job working the cash register at the burger joint, pretending to smile.
That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen.
Now the witness, were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident?
Oh yes, I was eating some seeds over a cup of Giavagino.
Siege?
What do you think these are, hmm?
Oh, he actually eats, wow, he eats them. I see. So you saw everything that happened, Gramps.
Did I? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I did. I saw it all.
Then please, tell the court. We're all ears.
Sure. I'll tell you every last detail.
He's really getting into this.
What I witnessed.
The young man was reading the sports paper. The serving girl brought him a cappuccino, but she put something in it. The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed. And that's the serving girl, right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well.
Mr. Kudo, she's not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress.
Yeah, you're as bad as the rest of them. All them newfangled words, what's wrong with the old-fashioned ones,
Newfangled?
All this talk of radios and glasses, it's wireless and spectacles, I tell you.
Excuse me.
And listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old values. Don't let the good old days slip away.
Well, I think it's time to begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
What I witnessed.
The young man was reading the sports paper.
So you saw the victim then? You saw Mr. Glenn Elk?
I want to know if Guts and Braun retained his championship or not.
So he was looking at the sports paper the victim was reading, huh? And at the location in question, there are partitions between tables on the same side of the restaurant, right?
So what if there are?
If you say that you could see the victim, that means you were sitting on the table on the other side of the restaurant, correct?
Gah! I go to that place to drink cappuccino. I don't go to sit. I remember which table I was sitting at.
You mean you go there to either waitress?
That's how we got brought in a cappuccino, but she put something in it.
Mr. Kudo, that is a very grave accusation. Are you sure about what you saw?
My controller is dead again.
Yeah, I need to plug this in charging.
Reach for the light.
Victor Kudo never makes mistakes. I dot every T and across every I.
It's gone again. Are you fucking kidding? How? Okay. It should be charging now, so stay on as well. Good thing I didn't stream Wilds today. No, it's dying again. Oh, fuck. Now, maybe? There we go.
Jesus. I see.
My eyesight's fine. The doctor said I only need spectacles for reading and driving.
I bet his eyes are only really fine when he's scoping out a waitress.
And I saw what the serving girl put in the cappuccino as well.
I bet I know what's coming up and something tells me I'm not going to like it.
Press harder.
Your Honor, we need more clarification on what was put into the victim's coffee. I'd like to ask the witness... I'd like to ask that the witness add what he knows about this to his testimony.
I agree. Witness, will you enlighten us, please?
Sure. There's no question about it. She very conspicuously put some white powder in there.
Did she really put that into the coffee?
You doubt me, boy? She took some out of a small brown bottle and sprinkled it in.
Couldn't she have been adding sugar?
Sugar in a small brown bottle like that?
Like that? Witness, could you please describe the bottle in more concrete terms? Oh, a bottle like this, perhaps?
Oh, there it is. That's the one.
That's the bottle of potassium cyanide, I presume. So what did the accused put into the coffee? I think it's clear, don't you? Not much has happened. I've been just interrogating this man. Well, we just started interrogating this man.
The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed.
He took just one sip?
You young'uns, you waste everything. Those cappuccinos cost $8.
Interesting point.
In the good old days, we would have drank every last drop, eaten the cup, and then died.
Congratulations, you have earned the title of battiest man to grace the courtroom.
So it was an immediate death. Well, with potassium cyanide, I suppose that is possible.
Oh yes, he slumped over without as much as a twitch. I felt the Javashino I had just drank turned sour in my stomach.
Oh yes, I know that feeling. On the Writers, I presume she is...
Ask the servant girl right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well.
You said I remember her well in reference to the waitress. Does she have any particular features that you can identify her by?
Particular features? It's a disgrace, that's what it is.
Sorry?
You can see all the way up to her ankles. Ugh. You know, she's practically naked in that uniform.
So the particular feature you recognize about the waitress is her outfits? But anyone could wear that. Wear just such an uniform, even me.
Mr. Wright, please spread a cord or any further mental anguish from that image. Come on, I was hoping that we were gonna see Phoenix put the suit on.
Don't get all excited, Nick. You gotta keep yourself together.
I guess I got a bit carried away.
Yeah, there are other things I recognize about her too.
He's pretty sure of himself. What should I do?
Press harder. We're not gonna get anywhere without pressing it.
Sure, you saw waitress take a coffee over to the victim. What matters is whether that waitress was Maggie Bird or not.
Right. Mr. Kudo, those other features that you recognize about the defendant, I would ask you to add them to your testimony.
Sure. There was a ribbon in her hair and the apron straps were loose.
You seem to remember several details about her appearance. What about the most crucial detail of all, her face?
As if I wouldn't remember that.
A witness noticed that straps on the accused's apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face.
That's right, I can even tell you the color of the ribbon. It was red.
So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight.
There's no doubt that he remembers the waitress pretty well. What should I do? I get the feeling there's something more to this somehow.
Straps. Straps. I'm not sure exactly what straps are. Straps on the apron, so the ones that you... Well, I mean, clearly he was apparently eyeing all parts of her, and I don't like that. But would those be only like... Okay, so the apron looks like... Ooh, actually, yes, I think the straps might be important.
Izukudo, you seem especially interested in straps. Why is...
Come on, Phoenix! Why do you ask it like that? Whatever that guy straps on or off, or gets him off, is really not something I'd rather discuss in court.
What?
The ribbon in her hair, the straps on her apron. What's the fascination?
Fascination?
People have all kinds of fetishes, Wright. We don't need to embarrass the witness.
Fuck, he's actually kind of fucking based.
Listen, you young upstarts, I have got 6-strap fetish.
Is there any relevance to the witness' unusual love of straps, Mr. Wright?
I was just curious as to why he was so fixated on the waitress' straps.
I just haven't got a strap fetish. How many times do I have to repeat myself?
Very well. Continue with your testimony, Mr. Kudo, and make it strapless.
Grumble.
Do you think old CD really ever saw Maggie do it?
Well, he probably had his eye on the waitress the whole time. That's why he was there.
I was there for the cute outfits, right? Not the waitress.
I guess, she makes a good point, though.
Hey, did I just say something clever?
I wonder if the waitress of Izukudo really was Maggie.
That's what we have to figure out, Nick.
Okay, I think I need to focus on the... I need to personally get over the straps. I need to strap the fuck in.
You do seem to remember some details. What about the most crucial detail for her face?
Ask about the waitress's back, which apparently is Not vague enough.
The identifying features you describe are all things you would see on the back.
Well, yeah, that's what I was kind of going for with the straps, but okay.
So what?
Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all?
Oh, he's got you there, Gramps.
People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe someone.
I like how there was an objection, and it was just like, I agree. He really plays the courtroom by his own rules. But unlike, you know, Von Karma, he plays him by the actual rules as well. He just kind of runs the whole thing.
People normally... Yeah. Slams desk. But this witness testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons.
This is harassment. I tell you not to obsess with straps or ribbons. I'm just telling you what I saw.
Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features. Features you observe from the front, that is, on your testimony.
Sure.
Solomon's testimony is getting longer and longer.
And if I can't find a hole in it soon, I'll get even longer, I bet.
It will get... Oh, god damn it!
That wasn't anything that I caught my interest about her when I saw her from the front.
You didn't find anything to be distinct, but you did clearly see the witness' face, yes?
No question about it. I didn't come this far to back down now. Victor Kudo never backs down.
That's not the answer I was looking for, but okay.
This turned into a matter of pride for old CD now, I guess.
I don't know if I like the term Old Seedy. That's not a title I wish to ever engage with.
I wonder if he really did see Maggie's face or not.
Like I thought, we need some concrete proof of this. Prove that the LKD and see the waitress clearly from the front.
Do you think old CD really saw Maggie do it?
I thought I could press that.
I remember well in reference to the waitress. Do you have any break for just a...
Well, we're going back to the...
Objection!
Can I not press that?
Objection!
Really? Well, I know what I need to do, but I was just hoping the game was going to provide me with an actual chance to provide evidence in relation to the... Oh, but actually, okay, this is good enough. It's good enough. It's actually good enough.
Objection!
Yeah, this works.
Mr. Kudo, I would like you to please take a look at this.
Gah, that feeling thing would suit Phil like you just perfectly. Actually, that reminds me of what my grandson looks like, just after he's done eating.
I very much dislike this whole conversation, actually.
Have you ever seen this before?
Of course I haven't. Do you think I forget something as dirty as that? Well, you half-witted clots.
Huh?
What? What is it? Ever since I said you half-witted clot, there's been an eerie silence in here.
Mr. Kudo, this apron... I don't know, I hate to break this to you. This is your grandson. He got ran over by a large truck. And got transferred to an anime world. Also known as a, whatchamacallit.
Fuck, what are those animes called again? Oh, fuck. God, I had a good bit going here. Fuck. Wow, I cannot believe I cannot believe I disrespect Drakon's name like this. Shit, it will come back to me. Typical Reincarnation Mate's Apron is a fantastic title that could absolutely see it be the real thing. There was an anime title, something like that. Not exactly that, but there was something that I know I was supposed to watch. I completely forgot. Isekai, yes! Thank you! That's correct. It's Isekai. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I was fucking tearing my head over that. I just could not remember the fucking word. It's been a while since those actually were in fashion. But, you know, I definitely should have remembered the word.
Is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning?
Huh?
And as you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means if you had really seen this apron before... Yes, you know what I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front.
Oops!
Witness? Can't just say oops your way out of this. Or you can't just oops your way out of this.
Oh, well. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. 11 Cup or what?
Listen, Wright, here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant. Our the defendant, Miss Maggie Bird? Exactly. And when that one waitress put the poison in the coffee cup, this old guy was watching. I hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. The fate of the defendant may rest on what you saw, what you say you remember seeing. You'll still record exactly what you saw, Grams.
You can rely on me, Captain. My noggin is in perfect working order. I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what burger a customer wanted.
Can't remember? Probably more like he messed up so many times he's blocking it out.
Very well. Let's test just how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Kudo. Tell us what you remember about the victims.
About the victim?
He's another of those pesky young types, wearing a broken pair of spectacles. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages. The young man was listening to the wireless, I remember that well. And then the serving girl in the question brought over the Javashino. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip.
The testimony we have just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. It seems to me that that he remembers the victim in a great deal of detail.
Oh yes, I hate those you-know-what types who are so vague about everything.
How are you going to handle this, Nick?
You only need to do one thing. You just need to prove that the old man's memory is shot.
Just strip him up, you mean? Isn't that kind of cruel?
I suppose, but it's what I do best. If that's what it takes to save those pigeons, then that's what I gotta do.
About the victim.
Oh, those pesky young types, wearing a broken pair of spectacles.
Spectacles?
Dark glasses to you. One of the lenses was green, but the other was broken. Newfangled rubbish. That's why I remember him so well.
Did he have some kind of lens over his left eye?
To be honest, the old people have been really eager to bully Phoenix. I don't think we've seen a single kind old person in this game series yet. So I was thinking like, oh wait, how about the shack guy at the Okay. God damn it. I can't believe I didn't come up with it. Well, to be honest, I have never watched Dragon Ball Z, so that reference was gonna get lost on me. But like, I was thinking like, oh, what about what about a nice man in the first game who was just, you know, renting the boats and like that, and then I remembered that wasn't exactly that nice of an old man either. Yeah.
Did he have some kind of lens over his left eye? But I wouldn't have called it a pair of glasses.
He seems to have been wearing some rather modern-looking shades. Perhaps I should take a wearing some and rival Mr. Godot's sharp appearance.
We better come up with something sharp and quick.
I guess I'll wait and see if I should challenge him about the spectacles.
Yeah, newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rusting its pages.
The newspaper was a sports paper, was it?
Now, young hooligan, I nearly asked him, can't you even read without fidgeting him? How was I supposed to be able to read the paper, the back paper page with all the rusting going on? I had to find out if Guts and Brawl retained his championship title.
It was his paper, not yours. If you wanted to know so bad, why didn't you buy your own?
What are you looking at me like that for? Ow, ow.
Guts and Brawl got beaten yesterday, by the way. Anyway,
The young man was listening to the wireless. I remember that well.
The wireless?
The decadent young rascal. In my day, it was one or the other. One or the other. Read the paper or listen to the wireless.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we're gonna hear a rant about how, you know, the current generation simply cannot, you know, cannot have their focus set on anything for more than 5 seconds, and they need to have a, at least 3 different shows playing on the background from 4 different, you know, streaming services, YouTube open, a random Twitch stream open, Subway Surfers playing as well, and then an episode of Family Guy coming from TV. This is just so that they can, you know, do their homework. I'm no better.
Not using an earpiece. It's selfish, that's what it is. I was straining my ears, but I couldn't catch any of it.
Was he that desperate to listen to the radio?
What are you looking at me that for? Like that for? Oh. Ow, ow.
Huh. I'm shocked we don't have a health bar for Phoenix, where if he gets thrown too much seed at his way, he would, you know, get de-seeded and collapse on the floor and die. Anyways, maybe that's enough thinking about the Phoenix and Seed.
I'm sorry, girl in question pour over the cappuccino.
You mean the waitress who you only saw from behind, right?
You're one of those, are you? You're one of them liberals, eh? You never let anything go, is that right?
Maybe.
What does it matter if I saw her from the front or from behind?
Ow, ow. I better not push it until I've got some hard evidence.
No, Fetcher picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip.
His free hand?
Yes.
Which hand was that?
Weren't you listening before, clove ears? I said he was rustling the newspaper with his right hand, didn't I? If his right hand wasn't his right hand, then it... Ow, ow.
Huh. Perhaps the great Mr. Troy has 3 hands.
Oh, praise the 4-armed Emperor!
Yeesh, I was only asking, no need to gang up on me and treat me like a freak. The whole point of this cross-examination is to establish just one thing. That this old guy's memory has more holes than a slice of Swiss.
guess we just need to find a contradiction in his testimony somewhere, huh?
Anything will do, even the smallest detail. I need one mistake and he's ours.
Okay, Free arms sure is... Free arms sure is a thing. Oh well, a thing to ponder, but I'm afraid the science hasn't gone that far just yet. Wait a minute. I had something here and I completely forgot about it. Sports paper. So, what I'm working with here is the fact that he was clearly writing something. Oh, actually. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The photo's missing the... There's no newspaper here. I think so, at least. I think that's what it is.
Objection!
It's not it.
Your Honor, what do you think about this witness statement?
Oh, sure.
Context from my...
I'm not very sure, Mr. Wright. Objection denied.
Damn.
I don't think that won me any points with the judge.
Shit. The spectacle, whatever the spectacle thing is not it. I think it has to be, I need to do it like here, because this is the moment when he actually, this is the moment he's describing it, doesn't match the,
Objection!
no, it's still wrong. Fuck.
Oh man, I really don't want to fuck this up at this point.
I'm gonna save here so I don't need to do a full 2 hours. Holy shit, it's been, well, 1.5 hours. I still want to do that again. I haven't gotten a chance to save it either. Because, like, problem I have here is the, like, he had the lottery tickets, not the newspaper. He didn't have a... Maybe it wants me to actually... Yeah, it wants me to present the newspaper here. No, it does not want me to do that either. Like, where can I ignore the fact that the newspaper was found from a completely different location? Ah, son of a bitch. Okay, is it really, like, no, shit, I pressed the wrong button again. I thought I had it with that. Oh, I'll just actually load. It's faster for me to just load this, you know. Back there, I get a little bit of a, because I'm pretty sure this is the point I'm supposed to present something, but like... Yeah, I want to present this to you. That's not it. No, that's not it either. Really? Like, I know what's wrong with the testimony. He did not have the newspaper. The lottery ticket is the thing that it's... It's about the lottery ticket here.
Objection!
Still not really. Oh my god, really? Okay, so where am I supposed to present that then? Maybe it's not that. Maybe I'm either too far ahead or then just like... Or I'm thinking too far ahead or then the game doesn't consider it as a, something I could prove to be wrong right now. Okay, in that case we're gonna start trying the easier approach.
Objection!
Nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. If I go into the fail state sequence of the game, that's gonna take me way too long to actually get anywhere. Like, I'm pretty sure the mistake here is the fact that he did not have the...
Hold it!
Did not have the, Do we have the... where he was located? It's the fact that we cannot prove that it's not that either, huh? Damn. Oh, actually. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, I'm so dumb. Oh, I'm so dumb. Oh, I'm so dumb. Let me just load that a little bit and... Oh... It was this thing.
Objection!
Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony?
Ha! I thought it's a fucking lottery ticket thing because based on the testimony we've heard, or like based on the information we heard from Armstrong, he was going through his lottery tickets at the time when he was well, he was taking a sip of the drink, so I was so sure, but apparently that was not the thing.
That this was a way of testing the credibility of your memory.
I know. There's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell you. Nothing. If I got anything wrong, I'll eat these seeds and sing the pigeon song.
Care to tell us where this is going, Wright?
According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand, while drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left.
What is this? Kindergarten?
I would like the court to please take a look at this.
That's the cup the victim used, correct?
Yes, and on the rim you notice a mark left by the victim's lips.
I guess the thing we needed something that was concrete that we could directly prove. Yeah, okay. We need something that we could prove on the spot. Fair enough. I can actually accept this. I was just thinking, I was not living on the moment. I was having my phone in hand. Well, not really, but you know, figuratively, not in the moment.
By the victim's lips.
Yes, there is a stain left by the coffee.
If you consider where the stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand.
To be honest, I am one of those people that occasionally holds the cup, you know, just takes a hold of the cup and not the handle. So, yeah. Then again, if it was really hot coffee, then yeah.
But how?
Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance. You said you would eat the seeds and sing the pigeon song.
Ah!
Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable.
Can you sentence him into singing the pigeon song?
I think the witness had better go back to the part where he...
Wait! If you think I'm going to stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad, you're wrong. I don't care about the dirty coffee cup. I know what I saw.
You still insist on your testimony? That young
Wright was holding the cup in his left hand. Oh yes, no question. I'm good. Law-abiding citizen I am. I ain't stand there, young hotbot. And you spiky-haired yahoo who are at fault.
To be honest, I half expected this guy to, you know, be the kind of individual who will just throw out slurs whenever he gets annoyed. And I'm not sure if Hotbod or spiky-haired Yahoo are either of those are close enough, but I would say close enough.
Who, me?
Thank you, old man. We've heard quite enough of you already.
Don't call me old man, old man. Been around for 68 years. I have. You can't ignore me. Listen to what I've got to say.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but... Should I know here a little more? Mr. Kudo? But this is my 16th cup of coffee. So this is your final stand.
Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor.
Left hand or right hand?
The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lines of his specs. Get fiddly with it all the time. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup, too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup. His left hand.
We know that the victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye. It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It was a small computer monitor often used by programmers. A monitor? You mean like a television screen? On the inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called a HMD. It's a common tool in the victim's line of work.
HDV, DVD, CD, all these newfangled letters drive me mad. But they don't matter. I know what I saw and I'm telling the truth.
It's true. He doesn't seem to be lying.
Oh no, and those are the facts, and in good old black and white.
Cross-examination. Left hand or right hand?
The boy is wearing the earpiece of the same side as the green lines of his specs.
The victim was wearing a HMD.
HTV, CD, DVD, what does it matter?
It was none of them actually, but anyway. You're sure that he was wearing this earpiece on the same side?
No question. I could only see the side of the head from where I was sitting.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious if you look at the floor plans. On the opposite table, you would only have the view of the side of the victim's head.
Get fiddly with it all the time.
It seems you kept an eye on Mr. Glenelg.
He was getting on my nerves. Rustling a newspaper and fiddling with his earpiece all the time. And then he went and made all that fuss dying from one sip of Javash.
Oh man. People really were built different back in the days. He would have withstood at least 3 sips.
I would say to him, calm down, you young brat. Just looking at him made me suddenly speed up my seed eating. I could have choked.
Considering the scenario we're in, with him eyeing the waitresses very actively, I sure hope seed eating is not a euphemism. Because I could definitely see it being one, and I do not wish to know more.
So I take it the victim was a walking ball of nervous energy.
He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup too.
The earpiece you mentioned, which hand did the victim touch it with?
You're one of those people, aren't you? You damn liberals.
Sorry, just the way that he fucking phrased that.
You're the type to use your left hand to get things out of your right pockets.
Hey now, it's efficient at times.
All fast as your left calf with your right hand. And when the tower guide says on your right side you'll see the famous blah blah. You're the only one who deliberately looks left. Well, aren't you?
Well, I mean, as a defense attorney, I think Phoenix is kind of supposed to be a contrarian to some degree.
No, I didn't mean...
Obviously, he used the hand on the same side of the body that the earpiece was in.
Ow, ow, ow. So if he had the HMD on his left side, and then it was his left hand, I guess.
Then he used the same hand to pick up the coffee. He's left hand.
Yeah, but that don't make sense. No, makes sense.
You seem very sure of yourself, Mr. Kudo.
That's because I know what I say. So, no matter what tricks you try to play on me.
It looks like he really did see the guy picking the cup off his left hand. It's a dead end.
Well, Nick, what do you think?
I think the guy's telling the truth. Maybe so. Something's not quite right.
Then chuck evidence at him until he breaks.
If it's not lying, there wouldn't be any contradictions in his testimony, right?
Once again, I don't want to go through all this hassle again. I'm gonna save here. Okay. Don't really have much to go off on that one. I mean, we could present the cup of coffee again, but like, can we see the other side of this cup? We're currently bullying old men. Well, no, old men, yes. The judge actually qualifies. I think I'm starting to understand what happened, actually. And I think I know how to... I know what I need, but I don't know how to get there. Crime photo. I mean, there is a reason why one of my first series on this channel was a the elder fight ring, where I would just pick a bunch of elderly individuals to fight till death. No mercy, no weakness. Well, there was a lot of weakness. I'm making a time of the incident. But not relevant to this one right now. Okay, so if I were to imagine this scenario. So that's not really green, if you ask me. Fuck! It's cyan! Oh, fuck. I hate color theory. And by that I mean colors in theory, based on what they're called. Oh, fuck. Is that green or is that blue? Or maybe he's just colorblind. Maybe I'm color. Well, actually, unfortunately, as much as it would make my life easier in terms of how much explaining I need to do about the things I say and do, unfortunately, I think I've unironically proven to be non-colorblind. Shit. I'm gonna try.
Objection!
Hey, it works! It's actually blue!
I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but... Mr. Kudo, there is something very strange about your observations of the victim.
What?
You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the HMV.
No question, you can look me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear, without a doubt. I could only see the side of his head from where I was sitting.
I don't think so.
Oh, what do you say?
You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo, but the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured.
Eh? Oh?
Trace of indication for his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right, it's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear, because he couldn't even hear in that ear.
Is that true, Captain?
I think we are! I was so sure! God! I was already so confident that I picked up on the one little thing in the... No! I mean, to be honest, I really should have remembered this. And I guess if I had actually... Yeah, if I had read that and understood what the words say, if I had spent brain power into the text on the screen, I would have probably figured out, you know, that, oh yeah, could not be his left ear. Why would he have it on his left ear? Fuck. Why does this keep happening to me? Suffering from succession. You're right. I can only read them or I can understand them. So to be honest, I think I'm at a massive disadvantage with this game.
God. Is that true, Captain?
It is.
Pigeon! Pretty pigeon!
Is he singing the pigeon song?
Order, order, order!
This witness testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind. And he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. Well, Mr. Godot?
Ugh. A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man is my drop of milk.
There are layers to that statement and I'm not sure I like them.
Captain, are you calling me a drip?
This is the victim's coffee cup in which a potassium cyanide was found. The mark on the ring clearly shows that the victim picked it up with his right hand.
I'll never back down. I know I'm right. The lad drank his tea machine over his left hand.
Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly the victim used both hands. He took a sip with the cup held in his right hand and then switched it to his left. That's what the old man saw.
Objection!
Impossible. Godot honestly seems really interested in old men and apparently in their milk. So this is not gonna be the end of it, I feel like.
The witness has already testified on numerous occasions that the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee.
Which hand the victim used to pick up his coffee is irrelevant, Your Honor. The fact still stands, with one hand or the other. Mr. L drank the poisoned coffee.
That's also his last cup.
Like this.
Objection!
The fucking look. He drinks it so fast.
Sadly, Mr. Godot, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness memory is credible. And the results are clear. The testimony given by this witness is useless.
Patui. I believe it is time to conclude today's proceedings. I am satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court, but to be frank, his testimony is farce. Is a farce.
Did you have this be so frank? Take that, you pompous old.
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo. You can't reach me from here. From there. I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further. That is all for now. The court is adjourned.
Yay. Hold it.
Wait! If we stop now, where does that leave me?
Leave here, Mr. Kudo.
I'm just a blue-suited young upstart over there. I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even draw his T's across his eyes now.
How is your bad memory my fault?
I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do.
I've kept my mouth shut until now. But there's something else that of course you know.
What?
There's more?
To be perfectly honest, it might not be anything. But I want another chance. I want another crack at you, you young shark.
Me? He's looking at me like I'm some sort of evil shogun.
Well, everyone, what do you say of one final showdown? The final chapter in this eccentric old man's scrapbook.
Is he planning on dying in the room of law?
Sorry, Grams. I've already had my 70th cup of coffee.
What have you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the Yamashino you want if you come to my house after the trial.
Now that's an innuendo.
I may be 68 years old, but Victor Kudo is still a man.
That's enough, witness. I believe it will be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony.
You bet! Much quicker.
Sorry, it's much quicker. I thought that was much quicker. And I was very confused. Well, I mean, good for someone to actually get that far as to actually compressing their C drive, but like, it's that weird mix of. Oh, I mean, absolutely, it is. It very much is possible if you ignore all warning signs and have no idea what the fuck you're doing. But you need to have the know-how to do it, which is the impressive part. Like, it's not just somebody managed to do that. It's not just them going like, oopsie, I misclicked. It's like, okay, so I need to compress my drive, and I guess it doesn't matter if I just use the C drive. Like, what do I use that for anyways? Or like it's like, or like that's what I use for everything. So, you know, why wouldn't I keep using this drive? I think that's the direction they would go with. I mean, yes, that does result in an absolute failure of the system. But you should never doubt how dumb people can be. And how creative it's a combination of you should never doubt how dumb people can be and how creative dumb people are. I myself am very dumb, so I will find a way, I will find a workaround to things that I don't understand how they function, and I'll just do them anyways. Like, I'm guessing that requires some sort of a, there has to be a security step to that, but if there's a way around that, then somebody managed to do that. Exactly! That sign kind of stopped me, because I don't know how to read. I mean, to be honest, 5 years is a pretty good time to stumble upon something that rare.
I can't believe this is happening.
Ha ha!
I get the picture. Just quick throw those seeds at me, would you? He's gotta be using some sort of infinite ammo with the box of seeds.
Final showdown.
First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure of myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of the cappuccino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over.
Upset the... he's okay, fair.
It broke and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turn things upside down, hmm?
Is that all?
Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. You're doubting me again? You're doubting a poor, defenseless old man?
No, we're not doubting you, Mr. Kudo.
Don't you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick?
Yeah, so what, probably? That's all I can think of, and I have to cross-examine this guy.
Ah, bird brain, that's all you can think of.
I'm pretty sure tumor is, you know... No, we're not going to that fucking clinic! But I'm pretty sure tumor has already, you know, reached a, terminal state. So I think he's just gonna be happy living with his nose for the rest of his life, and we don't need doctors! In this case, at least. It's a very inappropriate question to ask. But to be honest, this game would not exactly shock me if he had that stereotype. Oh god, they got me. They figured I work for the big pharma. No, actually, no. I would not be working for the big pharma if I'm anti-medicine. Oh shit! I happen to be a very specific doctor, whatever his title is. What's his? I don't want to think of it. I don't want to think of it. I mean, like, I know that there's a whole bunch of very clear, very obvious stereotypes, and there have been a couple that have crossed into this one. But like, thus far it's been moderately well tuned.
Very well, Mr. Wright, you file a cross-examination, please.
The final showdown. Yes, that's right. I have my anti-hottie t-shirts. I wear my... I walk around with an anti-hottie banner. And every time... every time there are any hotties on the beach, I start yelling rude things at them. That's a completely different problem, but...
First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure of myself.
The court generally prefers if witnesses are sure of themselves, Mr. Kudo.
Noisy brats! I'm warning you, I'm more savage than a macho man right now. You won't beat me with this testimony. This is the final battle.
Ow, ow! He's chucking those seeds harder than ever. I better be careful.
Come on, Nick, nail him!
You ship that as well?
The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his cappuccino.
The court has already heard that testimony, Mr. Kudo.
I know that. I was just in the mood. How's I supposed to build up this suspense, huh?
The suspense?
Yes, now what do you think? Should I work the audience a bit more?
No, please continue, Mr. Kudo, as quickly as possible.
Alright, now where was I? Ah, yes, the young boy slumped over the table, and... Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right off.
A vase, you say?
Yes, there was vases on all the tables in that place. Their accidents waiting to happen. They're practically begging to be knocked over.
Well, he's right about there being vases. I do remember seeing them too. There was a vase on the table when I ate lunch there. And you saw the moment when the victim actually knocked over the vase?
Well, it's hard to say. It's a bit unclear. How do you really define?
Okay, I get it.
I heard it break, and the side of it is burned into my memory as clear as day. It broke, and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked.
Soaked in water, you mean?
Yes, it splashed me on the knee as well.
You said you were sitting at the table across the room from the victim, correct? And yet the water still managed to splash onto you.
It was cold. I clearly remember it splashing me.
Could the water really make it all the way across the other side of the room?
Well, how about that? Turn things upside down?
You mean the vase of the victim's table falling upside down and breaking?
The vase turned upside down, and my testimony is turning this case upside down. It's a joke, I just want everyone to hear it. What do you think, Captain?
I'm impressed by your ability to waste time.
Godot hasn't raised any objections for a while now.
So you young show-off. With that scrap of information, I'm throwing down the gauntlet. If I lose this one, I'll take it like a man and admit defeat.
He's really giving you the evil eye, Maya.
It's you who he's looking at, Nick, not me. It's like he's saying, I triple dog dare you to find the contradiction, youngin'.
I guess I'll just have to rise to the challenge then.
So this guy is just so stubborn that we're just fighting him time and time again. Slumped over the table as soon as he... Well, I mean, this seems like it's a really clear-cut case. If there's a vase on the... Yeah. Very clear-cut case, actually.
Objection!
Mr. Godot, this is a photograph of the crime scene.
Ha! So what?
Look carefully at the table. The vase is there, intact.
Huh?
Lost your tongue, Granddad?
I'm no granddad of yours, hopscotch. Ow, ow.
Enough. If you throw any more seeds in this courtroom, the cleaners will be here all night.
Ah!
Huh? What is it now?
I just remembered something.
Yes, go on.
The broken vase. Ha! It was on my table.
What?
Well, you see, it startled me when the young lad collapsed. So I stood up. I must have been when he fell over. The vase on my table, I mean.
Raising your table?
Yes, it was on my table. And that's how my groin came to be completely soaked.
I'm still not buying it. That whole seed eating, him staring at the waitresses or waitress. Such a depraved old man. I love that. That was so good. The Godot just has his hand out, like waiting for another cup, but he knows that he cannot have another one during this trial.
Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You certainly earned your kudos for today.
I'd like to ask a question now.
fucking insane.
Have I been any use at all?
Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo.
Ah! Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh yes, I remember something else.
Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom.
Wait, listen to me.
Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked, and I'm still in no position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the witness in question. Additionally, there are 2 disparities in the testimony we have heard thus far.
Mark on the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank from with his left hand, and the earpiece which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear.
Wow, Nick, you did it.
I therefore require both the defense and prosecution to further investigate the facts.
Yes, Your Honor.
There's one more thing before I call today's session to an end.
And one more thing, Your Honor.
The witness we just heard from. He's most insistent that his testimony should be of use. So he summarized it accordingly into this statement.
Okay.
You may each have a copy of it if you wish. Whatever, the prosecution doesn't need props like that.
Oh, that's really mad, huh?
Yeah, I would be too.
Very well. Here you are then, Mr. Wright. There are 3 copies. My own, yours, and Mr. Godot's.
Well, you know, I don't know if reindeers eventually retire. But, I don't think Rudolph would be a, selling burgers. Probably not. Then again, the economy's kind of rough right now. I think it's more of just this stereotypical, like, a red-nosed, individual. You know, like, stereotypical old man with a... I don't know. I actually don't know exactly what the... Because I thought that's oftentimes implicated the... I mean, most likely. Isn't that what... Like... Well, that's just labor. We all sell ourselves.
Yes, Your Honor.
But, like, I think a red nose oftentimes is, at least what I've seen, normally used to imply that somebody's a heavy drinker or drunk on the moment. So, personally, I'm not exactly sure. Is it just a design choice that they decided to go with a, for, you know, Godot? But, okay, this is very interesting. When the incident occurred, I broke the vase at my seat. I'm sorry. He's such a weird character. I kind of like them. Like, in a really weird way. They're like... They're unhinged to the fucking max. And for just being a side character who most likely is not gonna show up too much after this, this was a rather interesting trial. It just says to me added to the call record.
I'm sorry, this isn't a piece of testimony. More like a 5-year-old's apology.
What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies?
I'm sure we'll find some use for it.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
To be continued. Ah, fuck. Okay, this was about 2 hours for a trial. Not too bad. I did start a little late, so this actually isn't that bad of a timing. But golly. Then again, if the next... Now, I could play some Wilds, but I think I'm gonna leave that for a bit later. I had a very busy day. Well, not actually. I had a bit busy day. I haven't gone into my Wilds yet. I'll go on a little bit. I'll see where this goes, and if there's like a... If there comes like a longer sequence where I feel like, I'll start that once I'm done with this. It's only like 2 more cases to go. It's only gonna take me like a week. Or 2. Maybe 3. The last, like... Now, naturally, the second game did not have a case as long as the last one of the first game. I'm really just talking like a fucking madman. But the, But I don't know how long exactly the last case is going to be, because it could be long. But once that's over, I'll start stories. No. It's because I'm trying to have a schedule. I'm trying to piece this out so that, you know, because to be honest, I feel terrible for the way I did stories too. I think I wasn't giving it fair enough a shot. I genuinely should have, you know, I should have played it a bit more. Well, yeah, I know it's gonna be long, but I don't want to leave, like, it's better for me to play this game play the games as a one thing in continuation. Because while Stories 3 is gonna be my next in line for the, for my weekly, you know, streams. Well, yeah, and the more I have things in my memory, the more I'm gonna enjoy this. So I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this game till the end, then switch to Stories 3. Even if it takes me a couple weeks, that's just how it's gonna go. That's my schedule. I'll play Stories 3 over the summer. I don't know how long it exactly is, and I don't know how. I mean, if it's a really good and really fun game with actually functional combat and like a very good monster selection, I most likely will be on that for a while. Wait, I'm gonna continue a little bit here, and I'll probably, if this investigation feels like it's dragging on for way too long, I'll just pause it. I'll cut it in half and continue the next time. January 7, 12:52 p.m. Wright and Cola offices. To be honest, pretty accurate timing for like, this took about exactly the same amount of time as the in-game universe went forward.
So how do you think about the trial went this morning?
How do you think it went?
It got a bit crazy in there. I just wonder if that killed our chances.
Yeah, I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee.
All we know is what old Mr. Kudo saw. The apron straps and the ribbon.
And that the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured.
Talk about a terrifying case of contradiction it is.
Time to play doctor and find ourselves a cure then, huh?
Ooh, I don't like the words you're, you know, throwing at me right now, Phoenix. This whole doctor talk? No, I don't want to see a specific director. That's his title.
Yeah, we gotta find one for Maggie, or she's gonna have a terminal case of guilty.
Charlie, I've quite decorated plans. He's sort of a keepsake, something to remember Mia by. Sure, the office is a mess, but I never forget to water this little fella.
That's the exact same dialogue as last time.
There's a giant building just outside the window. It's a Gatewater Hotel, a high-class luxury hotel. The chain is getting so rich that they bought a whole chunk of the next town over and started building a huge theme park. It's going to be called Gatewater Land. I wonder if that bellboy is going to send me a greeting card this year too. An old movie poster. Apparently this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it, a long time ago. Maya watched it recently and said she cried all night too. Which I guess is why it's back on the wall. I'll have to check it out one these days.
No, we cannot have Maggie go under. Like, I know that the risks of that being fatal or even harmful to one's health are very low, but we're talking about the person that literally seems to have the worst luck in the fucking universe. So, putting her into a surgery that she does not need is not a good idea. For all we know, Director Hori might leave his hands in there. Wherever that is.
They've got looking legal books standing in front of the formidable rope. They mock me. Actually, I've neglected them for so long that they're covered in layers of dust. I guess I should at least pretend to read them once in a while. It's my desk. I don't get to use it much, so it's still super neat and tidy from when Prels cleaned it.
What the?
Well, I'm officially lost as to where to start.
Yeah, me too. Let's start some brainstorming. You go first.
I guess we should try to put Mr. Kudo's testimony to some sort of use.
Yeah, that's true.
And we need to figure out the identity of the waitress and who the victim really was. Somehow I think the key to this case has got to be at 3 p.m.
Well then, let's go back there and check it out again. Oh, and we should drop in on Maggie and see how she's doing too.
Any ideas?
So, anything on your mind?
Actually, there is something. I was wondering about Shinhoip. Yelp.
Sorry.
You know, like what he's like and stuff.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that guy.
I defeat you so hard, it will feel like you smooching the express train. Phoenix Wright? You should say you Phoenix Wright? Cause I'm Phoenix Wright. Cause the one and only.
Actually, I've learned a little something about my doppelganger.
Huh? You did? What did you find out?
Oh yeah, Maya was working at the restaurant when I ran into Donfunine.
What the fuck is that name?
Donfunine.
Donfunione. Oh my god.
Let's just say that he was such a terrible version of me that I wanted to sue for defamation. What's that guy's story anyway? What does he have to gain by impersonating me?
Well, yeah. Yeah, let's just keep moving. I think it would be just fair to, well, actually, let's just check on Gumshoe. January 7th, police station, criminal affairs department.
Looks like Gumshoe's not here.
Never mind that. What's going on? It feels different in here somehow.
Think?
Yeah, everyone seems to be on edge.
What are you doing? Calling the offices for the briefing, quick! Can't you shut down the station server? Chief, quit playing on the internet.
But my email pen pal, 1337 Asian princess.
Save for later. I'm turning it off now.
No, lead Asian princess.
Fuck is happening?
Everyone's keeping busy in here, huh?
Keep it busy? More like panicking if you ask me. Something's going on, something big. It's much the chief of detectives here. He looks lost now that the power in his computer has been cut.
Oh well, I guess I'll just have to write her a real letter instead of an email.
Alternatively, you could write up some reports, just a suggestion.
Dear lead Asian princess, how are you? I'm okay. How was the show last night?
Wow, what an awesome job. Maybe I just send in my resume and become chief.
You might actually fare surprisingly well. You have a full 3 years of crime scene investigation under your belt, which is more than most most precincts seem to have in this universe combined.
Hey, that's the police mascot, isn't it? It's so cute.
That's the blue badger.
It was my idea. I'm Minnie, and now it's the national symbol of the police.
So what's with the pink one? It's new, right?
She's not an it, Nick. She's a she. Right, chief.
Yep, meet the pink badger.
So one's called Blue and the other one's called Pink, but they're both called Badger?
You got it. They're married.
Mr. and Miss Badger seem to be cuffed together, chief.
You got it. That's marriage for you. Ha 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 ha. Am I right, boomers?
Whoa, a basket that's deeper than the deepest of deep oceans. These are detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot better than I expected. I guess detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks.
Alright, what are you doing? Well, the computer's down, so they cannot be doing anything.
I'm smart detectives. Someone be something to himself.
If a pickpocket's going to have their pockets picked, that's a keep. Better to go with something that doesn't sound too much like a slogan.
He must be coming up with slogans for a crime prevention campaign. I'm not sure he even knows what kind of crime he's trying to prevent.
Okay, that's it? We're gonna fucking glance right over that? January 7th, the detention center, visitor's room.
I guess Maggie's...
I guess Maggie's still in questioning.
But we got questions to ask her too. Maggie! Maggie!
Give it down, Maya. This isn't the playground, you know.
What guard man be doing?
This guard monitors the visitor's room. There's nothing for him to do right now, so he's cutting some vertical Z's. Smile, you're on candid camera.
Same lines. All day, every day. Alright, time to go to Trebian. January 7th, Trebian.
Empty as usual.
Yeah, it's lunchtime too.
That's it. Come on.
Hey, that sounds like...
Oh wait, that's fucking Gumshoe, really?
It's an 8, pal. Come on, I know you can.
He's getting really worked up about something.
No, that's the wrong number. Looks like an 8 would have only netted me $5 anyway. What a ripoff.
Is he doing la gamble?
What's the problem, Detective Gumshoe?
Huh? Oh, it's you. I was just, definitely gambling away the last of my monies. I was just listening to the radio, pal.
There's gonna be a fucking radio at the table, isn't there? It's something that everybody fucking overlooked, huh?
The radio?
Hey, Detective Gumshoe's having lunch here.
He is, and he's having the 20 set.
What can I say?
How do you afford that? That must cost more than your yearly salary.
So I got fascist magazines, and they're all in French.
Why don't you start wearing something a bit more shit sometime, huh?
I look stunning in some of those Parisian frocks, huh?
I've read that at least 3 times.
It's a restaurant's front entrance. There's a sign hanging on the door written in French. The probably says open or closed. It must be one of those, one or the other, but I don't know which is. I do not check about French.
It could say entrance or exit too. Did you think of that?
Technically yes, but no.
Look at all the little trinkets tucked away in here.
I bet Mr. Armstrong collected all this personally. Let's see, a bouquet of flowers, some potpourri, and look, some bone chinas and cups.
I never knew you were so cultured.
Come on, Maya, this is common knowledge. Any Joe Schmo knows this much.
Look, it's one of those magical boxes that spits out money.
You know, you're the only person who ever describes a cash register in that way.
Okay, exact same dialogue. Got it. Nothing new here?
This table is set nicely, it just needs a customer.
Hey, Nick, do you think old CD was talking about the vase like this in court?
It does look like it's ready to fall over any second. Looks kind of fresh out too.
But if Mr. Armstrong charged $10,000 for every vase a customer broke, he'll be able to pay off his loan real quickly.
If you hit people with that kind of bill, Maya, they will hit you back.
Crime scene. Do not cross.
This must be the table where the murder occurred.
I guess so, with all this police tape around it.
And that stain must be from the poisoned coffee. Don't go licking the tablecloth, okay, Maya?
Why would I lick it? I'm not a cat, you know.
And why can't I picture you doing that? It's just that. Wow, it's beautiful winter wonderland out there.
Really cool, I love snow. Let me see. Huh? It's not white, it's not even snowing.
Gotcha, I was just kidding, Maya.
Nick! There are lies that are okay to tell, and then lies that definitely aren't.
All I did was tell an itty-bitty white lie about non-existent white snow.
Okay, exact same dialogue. No new information. What about this one?
This restaurant has partitions that separate the tables. When you're seated at the table, you can only see the tables of your right and or left.
Wow, you really can't see the table in front of you or behind you at all. It's a perfect setup for slipping poison to your enemy's coffee.
Well, that's all that's here. Let's talk to good old Gumshoe.
This is a nightmare. How am I supposed to look Maggie in the eye now, pal?
You really drove her into a corner, you know.
You always blow apart my testimony. Why, of all days, didn't you do it today?
Sorry, there just weren't any holes in it for once.
Yeah, what happened? Usually your testimonies are like Swiss cheese.
Swiss cheese? Would they have preferred crumbly like aged Parmesan? Anyway, this case has already been ruled on. There shouldn't be any holes left to find. So, did Maggie say anything to you about me, I mean?
Well, how did she put it again?
I can't believe Detective Gumshoe.
I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't ever want to see him again. Something like that.
Wow. Wow.
Please, Detective Gumshoe, I didn't mean...
Why? Why is this happening?
He's banging his head against the wall, Nick.
Oh man, poor Gumshoe.
He's just back.
So, did you like the Twin Tea sets? I never paid that much money for a lunch before.
Yeah, what? Why? You bear like why? You're not this sharpest tool in the shed, but like this is literally deflated balloon sets or level of a movements. What the fuck?
I was so nervous my hands were shaking.
So, how did it taste?
Well, with 20 bucks, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, really. It was delicate.
Delicate?
You mean you liked it? Didn't taste bad to you?
What's the matter with him?
What's that he's thinking? That's it. I've been trying to think of the right word to describe the taste. And I just realized it's bad. That's it. It tasted bad.
Really? Also, this is pretty good. Pretty good.
Just that kind of hard to admit to yourself when you paid 20 bucks for it, you know? Maybe you should have found out about the price after you had finished eating.
Hey Nick, maybe that's why Glen Elk came here. Maybe he heard about the super fierce Twin Tea set.
If by fierce you mean fearsome, speaking of Glen Elk, that reminds me. I still hardly know anything about the guy.
Why don't we ask Detective Gumshoe what he knows seeing he's here?
Honestly, Gumshoe has absolutely been, you know, the further the game series goes, the better he gets. So absolutely, I hope that he's gonna be in Ace Attorney 7.
So what were you all excited about earlier?
Huh? That's right, you said you were listening to a radio or something. Oh, that was nothing. I wasn't excited.
Come on, Detective Gumshoe, you can tell a little on me. What were you listening to?
Nothing really. It was just the daily exercise show.
Really?
What the? A Psylocke?
Gumshoe trying to lie.
This lunch specials officer sure is great.
Why are there tears in your eyes? Jesus fucking Christ.
Hey, can you tell me a little bit about this guy?
This guy was a real programming genius. They call him the walking computer at the place where he worked.
What happened when he crashes though? Does he just stop moving all of a sudden?
He wasn't literally a computer, Maya.
Well, we don't know.
Anyway, there's nothing between Maggie and the victim. Yeah, that's what we found out yesterday too.
Hey, Detective Gumshoe, don't you have any information that's a bit more fun?
Fun? Oh, I know. So, have you paid a visit to where Mr. Elk worked yet? You might as well.
His workplace? Where's that?
A computer firm called Blue Screens Incorporate. Or something like that.
Blue Screens Incorporate? He was programmer, not tech support.
Sounds like a real stable company.
I mean, they can be both, but like...
This could be fun, Nick. Let's go.
Computers aren't really my thing, Maya.
Phoenix has never touched a computer. He somehow has less experience on that than about women. Then again, I feel like Dolly was all talk. And no actual interactions.
fine. I know all about the high-tech stuff.
I wonder about that. Just around the corner from this joint, you should take a look. A computer firm called Blue Screens Incorporates? Huh.
Tell me about Godot.
You know, in all my years, I've never seen a witness who was that confused before. Yeah, he looked pretty confused by his testimony. Nothing against old guys. I like them and all. But it sounded like he was pretty sure about what he saw.
Yeah, that's the impression I got too.
Me free. But then, why does even a single part of his testimony incorporate any of the facts?
How about Armstrong?
You know what the chef said to me? Ooh la la, your body's full of toxins. And then he gave me this bottle.
What's in it?
I don't know, the label says juniper. But I'll tell you what, this stuff works like a charm. Slept like a rock last night. Oh really? That's nice.
What about Maggie?
Maggie's probably crying all alone right now, huh?
Yeah, thanks to you.
Ah, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Maya, don't touch poor Gumshoe's feelings like they're cups of cheap creme brulee.
You're really crazy about Maggie, aren't you?
No, I'm not, it's not that, you don't have to hide it, Gumshoe. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, you're way too plain looking for Maggie, right?
I'd arrest you right now if you weren't so right.
Hey, at least he can admit his own shortcomings, I guess. How about Godot?
Mr. Godot agreed to take this case just so he could face you, pal. He was working a bunch of more important cases, but he cancelled them all.
Huh? But then, why didn't Mr. Godot take this case when Maggie's first trial came up?
Yeah, that's kind of odd. I mean, everyone thought the defense was Phoenix Wright. So why didn't he try to fight me then? Well, according to Mr. Godot, he knew the guy was a phony right away, so he didn't want to bother with the
Huh? Zero legal obligations to actually, like, not let a fake, lawyer in court?
You can't be bothered to tell the judge?
Wow. Godot just lost some points with me. He lost some good boy points, but he did get a whole bunch of bad boy points, which make him look cooler. So, I'll let him get away with this one. We could try Magatama, but I think I gotta first gather some information. January 7th, Très Bien Kitchen.
Huh? Mr. Armstrong's talking to someone.
Oh, it's that lady again. Genuinely, directly from an RPG Maker horror game.
I'll be back next month. Oui, naturellement. I'll be waiting for you. If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here. None. I'll have everything ready, I promise. I love fire, you know. I love the way it crackles. Hee hee hee.
Not really helping your case, lady.
No. Stop it. I bet you. And don't let me down. I'll be watching you. My son, this is not necessary. You can trust me, mademoiselle. Talk to anyone, and I'll drive a knife right through your heart. Oh, no. You don't have to worry. You know, you worry far too much. And maybe this will help you relax. It is the oil of sandalwood. I do love raw meat from time to time. What's the deal with this lady? Oh. I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye for now.
Just completely ignored us. Ugh.
Jävla chivas. I must rub some my oil all over my body before I become the nervous wreck. Oui. That feels good. Oh la la, excusez-moi, monsieur. My eyes.
Your eyes? If you have trouble with your eyes, you need this. La oil of sandalwood.
Isn't this just the leftovers of what you were just using?
Jesus Christ.
I know I'm in a French restaurant. I've never heard of most of these seasonings. Hey Nick, this container has oyster sauce. What's that?
Isn't that using Chinese food?
Look at these knives. They look really sharp.
I'd like to see how one of those slices through a cheesecake.
Cheesecake? You don't exactly need a sharp knife for one of those, Nick.
Well, what does Nick know? He's never eating cake.
That smells good. Something's bubbling away nicely in that pot. It must be a lobster and an abalone fricasse with a balsamic vinaigrette.
Isn't that what I ate yesterday for lunch?
Yeah, I think it's been permanently burned into my brain now. It's an example of what truly awful food tastes like.
I bet it would taste really good if it was prepared well. Balsamy even.
I mean, I think I was somewhat prepared for Armstrong, so it didn't hit me that hard, but the character is fucking unhinged. Fucking every character in this case is unhinged. Even Maggie, to a degree, is actually quite unhinged.
What are these lace curtains for?
I don't know, but they give the place a real homey feel, don't they? Lace curtains. You know, if I was a cooking pot, I would be perfectly happy to stay on this shelf underneath those.
How do you respond to something like that?
I mean, yes, exactly. I've actually really enjoyed the third game. This has been really good thus far.
Now this is one large mirror. I bet this is where he makes himself look pretty.
There's a book on the dresser. Clarice Armstrong's bedtime literature.
Actually, Pulitzer Prize material, is it?
Looks like a collection of poems he's written.
Poems? Cool. Read one out.
Are these gonna be different every time?
It says it's saying your best French accent with intensity, okay?
Okay, here's one. It's called Printemps.
It's the same one.
The two of them, like actors from a film, see coffee still undrunk. Sweet nothings over too soon, on that sad Sunday morning. The foolish cocktail is so delicious. Take the last sip of your tea, and I know what I will do. I will lie to you, I must.
Huh? That's it?
Yep, that's the poem for you.
Oh yeah, because we did have some pretty serious stuff going on in the second game specifically. Though really maybe not the approach I would have taken. Well, actually, then again, I don't know. Like, this works absolutely, but it still doesn't exactly make it any less serious. It just makes it weird.
What's this? It looks like a treasure chest or something.
Wow, look at all these little bottles.
Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many they're overflowing onto the floor.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 98, 99, 100. They're all the same too.
Hasn't even like in a day hasn't like refilled them or used any. Interesting. To be honest, Polly did deliver one of the best, testimonies. So. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Anyways, hey, how's it going on at the Trebian?
You don't exactly have many customers, do you, Mr. Armstrong?
None, you are right, monsieur. But perhaps that is the perfect time for you to visit me, none? That way, I can give you my undivided attention and cook for you last dish supreme.
Putting on a brave face, huh?
That's what girls do, Nick.
But you are right. Business is very difficult these days. Perhaps the name is the problem. People do not understand it. They think it is Trey. I just wanted people to think that my restaurant was exclusive.
But I think you just serve fast food on cheap plastic trays.
Nick, that's the kind of thing that can make a girl cry.
Have you forgotten that Mr. Armstrong's a man, Maya?
I'm not going that detail. I'm not going that debate about this. But this restaurant is my life. It is everything to me. I will defend it to la finale. No one will take it from me.
So, who was that woman you were just talking to?
Ooh la la, you saw that?
And also heard.
Well, yeah, sorry.
So, who was she? She looked so polite and graceful.
Polite and graceful.
And she likes raw meat and fires, right?
I'll be back next month.
Oui, natural element. I will be waiting for you.
If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here.
None. I'll have everything ready, I promise.
Now that I think about it, hey, Maya, I think it's pretty clear that kind of conversation, what kind of conversation they were having.
You think so? Well, then let's show him that piece of evidence to see what happens.
Hey, oh, that's Tender Lender! God fucking damn it! Okay.
So long as that paper exists, I am but a delightful angel with lap broken wings.
An angel, huh? Doesn't bode well when you think about it.
Oui, they kept harassing me month after month. In the end, I had to give in. I agreed to help them.
Help them? Help with what?
My being sure, if I did not owe them the money, I would have refused. But my hands were tied.
Please, what did you agree to help them with?
None, I cannot say. If I tell you that woman, she will slice me up and eat me with la salade garnish.
Ew, I hope he doesn't mean that. He'll literally be sliced up and served with garnish. I'm going to guess that woman has something to do with your loan contract. Am I right?
Oh,
Please, Mr. Armstrong, tell us about that woman.
The one who was here earlier, I take it that she's,
why has it come to this? What a tragedy. Suddenly I find myself so deep in la depth. It is a sign of la bad world we live in, huh?
No, I would say it's more of a sign of la bad culinary skills.
The woman who was here, she's a scary woman. She's from la loan office.
Loan office? Is that where you borrow $500,000 from?
Oui, intended lender, it is called.
Catchy name. Just hearing it makes me want to borrow some money.
Please, you must not borrow from them. If you must, no more than $10.
$10? Sounds like your whole month is stipend, Maya.
Hey, I get a bit more than that. Thank you very much.
She specified a bit more, not much more.
So Tender Lender is the loan office you borrowed $500,000 from, huh?
I wonder if they've got anything to do with this case.
Let's ask more about Tender Lender.
I am a weak woman. When I am upset, I have to buy something nice to cheer me up.
Oh, fuck.
They do identify as a woman.
Well, maybe. Okay, so I don't know if this is like. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to that discussion. This is not the first time this has happened.
And thanks to I'm loaning me a lot of money, I have to pay him back $500,000 now. It's like I am like his slave. I have to do everything that he tells me.
Tells me. I don't know.
Who's this he?
Latiga?
The tiger?
Oui. Is la manager, this tender lender, a terrifying man, la big city mobster. When he shouts at me, my knees are trembling and his voice is ringing in my ears for 3 days. As soon as I hear the noise of the battered old scooter he rides, I start to cry.
A big city mobster who rides a battered old scooter? Does this guy resemble me by any chance? Ooh, no. This man has a presence, a most formidable personality. Although, he does have the spiky hair just like you. There is a brief resemblance here, I suppose. Sounds like this loan office is worth checking out after all. If you want to visit the Tantalenda, it's just beyond Vitamin Square.
Hey, Nick. If you need money, I can loan you some, as long as it's less than $3.
Thanks for the offer. Just beyond Vitamin Square, huh?
Yeah, exactly. It's the one identifying factor. Spiky hair. Can you tell me about the apron?
And about this...
Félicitations.
Ma? Quiescest? Je no comprehend.
Nick, don't just make something up.
To be honest, I think that's pretty close. Can you tell me about the cup? Nope. Okay, I'm starting to think that they might not be holding much. Can you tell me about the scooter?
What is it?
Is this your scooter? No, I saw it before in Vitamin Square, you see?
Mon Dieu, no. Take it away. Do not show that to me.
Talk about an allergic reaction.
Well, hey, do you know this scooter?
Hey, are you putting this up for sale, pal? No. Why, would you want a busted up scooter like this anyway?
Yeah, plus the seat's all covered in pigeon poop.
Who cares? If it runs, that's all that matters to me. My phone was riding this bike.
God, cannot read it.
Maybe if I head back to the park, it will be there again.
Can we discuss this?
We never did find the contents of that bag.
Was made from Mr. Elk's ruptured eardrum, right?
Yeah, we found traces of it in his left ear canal. He must have used it while he was at RPN. We're sure of that much.
Oh, the card. No. Okay, actually, I need to go back to the kitchen.
As this is true, but this is a broken all the time. I bought a new one the next day after the incident, but they wouldn't let me put it on the table because of that investigation.
Hold up now. Really? There's no information who took this fucking photo. Oh, I forgot. Completely forgot. This thing. The Makatama. The radio.
Radio.
Alright, Detective Gumshoe, tell me the truth. What were you listening to? No way, pal. Now that you made a big thing out of it, I'm not gonna tell you. We'll see about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening, it's pretty clear that what kind of radio program it was. I'm saying that it was related to...
Sports!
Well, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, that's it, pal. You got me, I'm sure, or something. Now, how come I'm still seeing the lock? Guess I was wrong.
Oh, never mind. Wasn't sports.
What was he shouting when he was listening to the radio? That's it, come on. No, just call an 8, pal.
Oh, I forgot. It's not sports, it's the lottery. I forgot about this. This happened 10 minutes ago, I wouldn't remember.
No, that's the wrong number. It seems so obvious. I better ask him again. Don't tell me you're not through yet. Considering all the noise you were making for a while you were listening, it's pretty clear that what kind of radio program it was. Obviously, it was related to...
Gamba.
I'm right, aren't I? You know, listen to the lottery results, weren't you? You don't even try to win big, just like Glen Elk did. It's like you can see right through me. Huh? I've cracked him already?
Yeah, not really shocked about this one.
See, pal, that's why I said it was nothing.
Wow, I should have saved that one for later.
I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I would keep it.
What? What? The man who gets paid less than peanuts doesn't have a home, has been fired at least 2 times thus far, for as far as we know. Oh yeah, he's pretty lucky.
What's with everyone on the lottery?
So, how did it go?
I won 50 cents.
Honestly, is that net total or a cash total?
Better to win nothing at all than would be better to win nothing at all than half a lousy buck. I was so mad. Yeah, I know the feeling. About the same got a ticket, Mr. Elgsy. And they got the special radio show where they announce the winning numbers. They even do the drawings live on the air. It's intense, pal.
I bet that's what Mr. Elk was listening to the day he was killed.
Yeah, what time is it now? It's just after 1:30. And our lottery results always broadcast at the same time. Yeah, look, I got this flyer when I bought the tickets.
Millionaire radio flyer added to the core record. Most thrilling 10 minutes of your life every Monday at 1:30 p.m. Holy shit! They have the fucking time wrong.
Millionaire radio? That sounds cool. I will try, Nick.
And buy a ticket, Maya, with your own money. Well, I'm gonna head back to the precinct now. I've got a big mini starting in a bit.
But Maggie's case, you mean?
Nah, that's pretty much wrapped up now. There's another big case going down at the moment, so she's been pushed aside.
Ooh, it's got tied to the whole mob scene.
Okay, well, see you later then.
Bye.
Away he goes. There goes my... Never mind. Here comes my hero.
You better get going, detective, or you'll be late. Actually, I've got a favor to ask. It's a big one.
A favor?
Yeah, it's for, Maggie, actually. I was kinda hoping you would give this to her for me.
What is it?
It's a lunchbox. I got up early so I could make it. I've been real worried about her. She looks like she lost a lot of weight.
Get the gumshoe. How many weenies are in there? There's not a person on earth who could down this much meat.
Speak for yourself.
You think? Allow weenies. I can't get enough of their tender juiciness. So, we'll give it to her. It took me ages to make, so please say you will, pal. I can't exactly say no, can I?
Gumshoe's lunchbox given to Maya to carry. A tenderly handmade lunchbox fills the stomach with love and plenty of weenies.
Maybe I'll eat myself if I get hungry.
No, okay. I'm kinda going to give that to Maggie. Wow. He's finally gone.
Here goes my hero. My weenie-loving hero.
Maggie, no. No.
Okay.
Don't want to call it quits here. Don't want to keep going for a little bit. I think I kind of want to see what's going on here, actually. Oh, great. January 7th, Vitamin Square.
I don't see any sign of Mr. Kudo, do you?
Maybe he went to buy another ton of bird seeds. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be here anyway, at least not for now. Besides, any more seeds today and I'm liable to turn into a real phoenix.
Bird.
Hey, look! Pigeons!
Yeah, heaps of them too.
Do you know that pigeons are a symbol of peace?
That's the dove, not a pigeon.
Poor things. They can't even be symbols of peace and harmony just because they're grey. Is that it?
You're overthinking this one just by a smidge, Maya.
I think she's got a point.
I used to love sandboxes like you would not believe.
Really? You?
Sure, finding iron filings in the sand of a magnet was my favorite thing to do.
Iron filings? Wow, that's too exciting for words.
It was my ambition to collect every single shred of iron in the sandbox. Such a kid back then.
So did you manage to get all the iron?
No, I never did. I think I came close though. I'll have to think. I still have all the iron filings I found on my way back then. I found way back then. You want them?
No.
This place is so fruity.
That's not a bad thing, besides I love apples. They're among my favorites.
An apple slide is perfect for you.
And what is so perfect about it?
Oh, come on. Don't be a stick in the mud. Slide down a few times. Come on. Woo!
No way. I get covered in sand if I slide down the slide. Anyone can see that.
Yeah, you're right. Otherwise, I would give it a try too.
I am ignoring the obvious glaring red flag. Or pink flag.
Looking at this orange reminds me.
Oh, what?
You're supposed to eat a lot of them to ward off colds in the winter. You can have fun during the holidays if you're sick in bed, you know.
Speaking of fun, if we get lucky acquitted, maybe we can all get together sometime.
Okay, but what do we play with someone who's never even ever won a game of a tic-tac-toe?
How about we change the rules a bit then? Maybe we could play Old Maid and, maybe say the person who's left with the Old Maid at the end is the winner. How's that?
Not bad at all. We can even rename the game to Fair Maiden.
That sounds almost like a real thing.
Hey, check this out.
I wouldn't get too close to that if I were you. Unless you might get in for a shock. My phone must be lurking someplace near. Just imagine a tiger losing the city.
Meanwhile, the real Phoenix is like an abandoned chick lost in a vast urban jungle.
Huh?
Don't worry, someday you'll grow up and become a ferocious tiger too. Don't lose hope.
Why is she trying to pep talk me into becoming my phony?
Okay, let's go to Tenderlander. January 7th, Tenderlander.
This place gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it?
Looks like the tiger isn't in his lair. And that is, as they say, a very good thing.
Welcome.
Gulp. I've got a creepy voice that makes your soul want to shrivel up and die.
You're here to discuss alone.
Oh no, not exactly.
The marriage is away at the moment. Wait quietly. Please.
She's gone, just like that.
I guess we'll just have to come back another time.
Well, this is a perfect opportunity, Nick. This place reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick. Let's take a look around, okay?
Do you think he'll be okay?
Of course, no one will ever know.
Coffee.
Ah!
I'll leave it here for you to enjoy. Quietly.
Yes, thank you.
Do not touch the desk, please. It's haunted by a spirit of my corpse. That'll be me.
Nick, let's get out of here.
Now she wants to get out of here?
Well, let me just look around a little bit.
There's a CD player on the desk. The desk is so loud. Desk is so loud, it's a wonder you can hear it.
The lid's open. I wonder what kind of music the tiger's into.
Have you finished the coffee?
Ah!
Yes, thanks. It was lovely.
So, you drank it all? If you touch anything else that doesn't belong to you, there's always another cup.
That coffee, it was laced with something. I'm almost sure of it.
Nick, my stomach! It's killing me! Oh, wait. It was just a burger I ate for breakfast.
I sure hope so. We better take a look at the CD while we're still alive and have a chance. What the?
What? It's not the Rocco soundtrack, is it? Claw the Tiger? You fucking kidding me with this game?
It's a demo CD. The artist's name has been handwritten on a disc in the pen. MC Bomber?
What?
This must be the CD Maggie told us about.
Let's listen to it. I bet it's heavy metal.
I don't think so.
No way, that one will make us drink more coffee if we do.
MC Bummer added to the chord record. Found a tender lender, a sample disc with the name written on in marker. That is so early 2000s. That's so early 2000s, actually insane.
Oh no, Samus dropped the ashtray on the floor. It's gonna be a nightmare to clean up.
Yeah, it's all over the rock and everything.
I actually knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleaning up was such a pain. It's one of those super antique where you have to burn a ton of charcoal.
How did you manage to knock one of those over? Are they supposed to be super heavy?
Oh hey! There's a book of matches here too.
Matches, huh? Places don't give them much nowadays. Hey, wait a second.
Is there actually a book of matches? I have never heard that term.
What is it?
What's printed on its cover? It says Très bien. Très bien matches added to a chord record.
Matches used for advertising, found lying in tender lender.
These matches could come in handy. Might be able to use them.
Yeah! The pound life of the office bottle keeps going out.
Swing and miss, Maya. Swing and a miss.
Hey, look at this! Parachute style coat. It's so chic.
Looks more like a pink coat to me. Guess I haven't got an eye for fashion.
Hey, look at this! It's the same color as the one you wear, Nick.
The same color as my suit.
Ah!
Keep your voice down, Maya.
Nick, you got to take a look at this.
Some cake.
Ah!
I'll just leave it here for you.
Ah, yeah, sure. Thanks.
Just wait here quietly. Otherwise...
Sure! Did you hear that, Nick? Quite quietly, she said.
Yeah, sure.
I have my eye on you, only so I can take care of you. Understand?
Ah, I'm scared, Nick.
So? What were you getting so excited about for?
Look at the label on his suit.
That's an attorney's badge.
Wow. Wow, what a recreation of true art.
Is the tiger a lawyer?
No way, look at this thing. It's made of paper.
Paper? I thought that's cardboard at least. Wow. Oh, it is cardboard and painted to look authentic.
Why is it called a paper?
Fine, whatever.
For some reason, your badge symbol looks really cheap to me, Nick.
Why doesn't anyone recognize an obviously fake badge when they see one?
Wow. R.
Got him out from under the desk, Maya.
What did you do snooping around in my office for?
Nothing, we're just...
Whoa, my precious carpet. You just got ash on my rug. You gotta wish your ugly feet never came through my door.
It wasn't us, it was already like...
You just wanna argue with me? Is that what you doing? You think you can take me on? I'm gonna flatter you too into pancakes and turn you into my new rug.
Oh. Don't, Tiger. You're back.
A voice. It's like people seeping into your ear through your ears.
I'm sorry, don't Tigray. Actually, that's how I was supposed to say. I knocked over that ashtray earlier, and
Eek!
has she got Death Wish for what?
Oh, right. Huh? Forget about it, Violetta. It's a nothing.
What?
I gotta get mad at you. You're too cute, you hear?
That's so unfair. Here, have some cookies. I just baked them. And you'll need some strong espresso while you're discussing your loan.
Well, Gwa, Phoenix Wright.
Yes?
You're either crazy or just plain stupid to chase after me. I worked so hard, but now you're gonna come and mess up my plan.
So it was him. He's my phony.
But I don't care. No one gets it my way.
What? I mean, excuse me?
You just should have left the little girl at home, Brian.
I have a few things I want to...
Whoa! No questions, this is the last time we meet.
Wait, please.
That was pretty weak, Nick. Well, until he was out of earshot before you shouted after him.
Now you're one to talk. I didn't hear you scream hold it either.
Hold it.
Espresso. Ah! And cookies. This woman is definitely not good for my heart. Now, what was the tiger called her? Violetta?
Can I look at more things? Punching bag?
What's this?
It's a punching bag.
What? No way, you wouldn't catch me walking around with a back like that.
Maya, you've been walking with a punching bag for last 3 years at least.
What do you mean walking around?
It says gross to start with, and it's way too heavy to be practical. Why is it called a punching bag? Don't people know messenger bags are in? I knew it. It was before back at 3 p.m. Paris fashion is more my thing.
I really, really hope she's pulling my chain on this one.
Let's see, this round doll thing is called a Daruma, I think. I think I'll read a book or two and be more cultured in case you're wondering.
You aren't making stuff up for a change?
Heh, I bet you also didn't know that no matter what, he'll always write himself. Go on, Nick, give it a good show.
Oh, it's like a Darumaka, or like the Pokemon Darumaka is based on a... Okay.
Only if I feel like dying.
Now, this yellow thing, this is a Japanese chess piece. I think it's a king? Not that I'm an expert or anything. I'm more of a reversey person, you know?
Assuming she knows what she's talking about, these aren't exactly your typical mobster wannabe items. They're not trophies, are they? Gulp.
Hey! There's a piece of paper sticking out from under here.
What is it? A repair bill? Looks like he did some repair work on his car. Does he even have one? $15,000 to replace a bumper and a light? That's insane.
The car's registered to the Cadaverinis? Cadaverinis?
So it's not even the tiger's car? Why has someone else repair bill in the... Bill be in the tiger's office?
Repair bill added to the court record. I did not read what that said. Car repair bill for $15,000. Paid by Tigre to the Cadaverini family. Oh, Cadaverini. Oh, great. Win through compromise.
Win through compromise?
What was that supposed to mean?
It must be meaning something if they took the trouble to frame it like that.
Yeah, well, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
That's Tenderlander's guiding principle.
Oh?
Compromise the customer to win.
Oh, I see. How about you, Nick?
Oh, it's not a compromise. Oh, got it. I misunderstood that at first.
How about you, Nick?
Yeah, well, as long as we don't have to compromise my hair, I'd say we're okay. That's one slogan no business owner should ever explain to their customer. Ugh.
That's one impressive desk on one impressive rock.
It's solid gold, Nick. Gold. Just look at that shine. Only real gold shines like that.
Do you really want such a shiny desk, though?
I don't know, but let's see what it's like to stay at the solid gold desk. Wow, I'm completely dazzled.
That's because it's completely dazzling.
I can see by noticing the reflection. That's gotta be really distracting.
The desk isn't practical, no surprise there.
Okay, I think I've explored everything that's here. Time to talk.
So, I'm kind of curious about your company, Tender Lender.
With the warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business, a conscientious rate of interest, and an attractive repayment policy,
Why do I get the feeling this sentence is not going to end well?
we will tenderly lend you that little bit extra here at Tender Lender.
Hey, Nick. Things are a bit tight for Wright & Co. At the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's a $500 you owe me for a card game for starters. Why did you take out a loan?
Would I like to take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much.
Tender Lender is on your side. Hee 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 hee.
So, let's say I'm late with my repayment. What happens then?
We give you more coffee. Strong coffee.
Right, I think I'd rather skip down.
Hey, just remember I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well.
So, do you know about the incident we're investigating?
What incident?
Well, the man was poisoning a pet restaurant just near here. That incident.
Let me see. I was here that day with the manager.
The manager being the tiger?
Furio Tigre.
Furio. Tigray?
The Tigray? So that's where the tiger thing comes from?
Shinya Obscar, real name. Nick, hurry up and find out more about him.
And about this?
More coffee? You must have more.
No, thanks. I don't know, really. I'm so thirsty.
I don't leave the coffee. I can't tell you about anything except on Tigre. Well, to be honest, how would you tell them more about them?
Can I ask you about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tigray.
Cookie?
Sure.
How do you like my cookies? I baked them myself. Hee hee hee.
Go ahead, Nick. Daughter is all yours.
No, ladies first, Maya.
Hee hee hee.
No matter how I look at this, I just don't get it. Why are the tiger and the scary girl working here together?
We are lovers.
That's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice.
And I owe Don Tigre my life. He's the one who saved me.
Tiger? The tiger saved you?
Please address him properly as Don Tigre. Otherwise, I'll have to.
Okay, Don Tigray, of course, I'm sorry. You saved her life? I'd sure like to know how that happened.
I'm very frail, you see. Just recently, I died once. Hee hee.
You died?
About 4 months ago. The doctor said to abandon all hope.
I guess they were expecting her to take a boat ride across the River Styx.
But Don Tigre, he saved me. He gave up everything.
Everything?
When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy.
No offense, but I'm finding that a little hard to believe.
I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso.
I still wonder about what's in her coffee. So, is that why you've got that bandage around your head?
Hee hee hee. This?
So what's the story with the bandage?
They put it on after the operation.
Operation?
It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury. Hee hee hee. A bullet shot to the head?
Fatal injury?
I just suffered one herself by the sound of it. So that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you had died once?
How many? 3? Oh, fuck.
She really curious me out, Nick.
Same here, but we got to find out the truth.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of things. I think this is actually a solid point for me to leave this at. I know it's not the most convenient one, but like, there's been so much stuff, and at some point I'm gonna forget how to process information. I'm gonna forget about stuff, so I'm gonna leave this here before it goes too late anyways. Anyways, do have an early morning. Well, moderately. But yeah, I'm going to assume I have about an hour or more investigations left. Like, I feel like I barely touched the surface of that, especially with how many characters there are with the Psylocks. So next time I'll try to do the investigations till the end and probably do a second trial day. I don't know how many trials there are gonna be in this one, but we'll see. Anyways, thank you all. Yeah. This is getting interesting. Bye, Z's.